Hi everyone, this is Miss Tash, and I'm here today to talk to you about the summer vacation graffiti illustration project. So what we're going to do is we're going to create pictograms, and those are like drawings that illustrate um, things that are identifiable without words. So the first thing we have to do is make a list of things that we want to draw that are relevant to our lives. So remember that what we're doing here is, again, I'm looking in the wrong place for this video, but that's because I'm looking at my paper here. So again, we want to talk about like detail, and then later we're going to talk about how we're going to compose the space on a little piece of paper like this. And finally, we're thinking about the emotion of what's happening. So maybe, for your summer, maybe you, wore masks a lot, and then you wanted to some sort of way incorporate the mask. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to think about that at all. So I'm going to write a list of things that, that happened in my life. Or I could tell you about my life when I was 13. So you know how I love a story and how it should start. The year was 1976. It was the bicentennial. That means it was 200 years of the United States of America. So they created a commemorative quarter. So it's like 1776, 1976. So those are collectible right now. They there was Olympics, and there was two Olympics. There was the Winter Olympics, where Dorothy Hamill won the gold medal for the figure skating, and then there was the Montreal 1976 Summer Olympics, where Nadia Comaneci scored a perfect 10 several times in the gymnastics. Also in the Olympics, Bruce Jenner, who is now known as Caitlyn Jenner and is a transgender, was actually the most handsome and physical male specimen in the whole world because he won the decathlon in the Olympics that year. So anyways, I was in the 8th grade. So maybe I can put some of those things in my pictogram if I felt like it. So I could say 25 cents. So there's a quarter. Can you see that? I can say, Olympics. So you see what I mean? And then I'm writing down a list of things that I want to draw. In my real life, I created a jewelry business, and I have these jewelry that's made with pins, and they are circular, so I'm going to say jewelry. And some of them have butterflies on them, and I ended up selling 3 of them just last week. I spent a lot of time at my home. Sorry, I just wrote in lowercase. Sorry. And also I hiked a lot. I went hiking a lot. I was at Clark's Reservation. I was at Green Lakes quite a lot. And then the other thing I do, and a lot of you know this about me, is I find money on the ground all the time. So I'm always finding these old dirty pennies and stuff like that. So I'm going to put pennies. And what else? I spent time with my cat. And I spent a lot of time on the computer because we had a lot of Zoom meetings over the summer for school starting. So that's a good start. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to be writing a list first to get yourself generating ideas. And on that list, you might think about, well, how am I going to draw these pictures? Like maybe your house is just going to be represented small. Hiking might be represented by, this is fast. A sneaker. My cat, a penny, I might just go like this to represent that. Computer, oh, sorry, cat, and computer. Let's see this. Okay. So now I have a plan. So the next thing, and of course this is going to take a while. So the next thing is you're going to need to organize your stuff on to this little 8x8 paper. And everyone has one of these papers in their sketchbook. And sixth graders, you have it in your packet. So what's going to happen is in pencil first, you need to make a plan. So you want to use, you want to use the elements of art. So you want to have like line shape. You want to also use the principles. So you want to have more things that are alike than things that are different, because remember, things that are different varieties, the spice of life. So you only want a little bit of that. So let's say a lot of your stuff is round. So in the case of the way I did my drawings right now is there's a lot of round lines here, round, round, and then there's sort of a roundness to this. So, so I am using Unity. So then the other thing you want to think about is what's the most important thing. What we want you to do is we want you to come up with something that goes maybe in the middle that has your name in it. So what I want to do is I want to put my name in the middle, but I want it to be like artistic. I don't just want to write my name the way I normally do. So I might write, Tash. Okay, I'm making this too big. Right? But then I want to, so of course this is freehand. Yours is going to be neater. And then I want to like put something around it. So maybe the cat face will be around it because, my cat is my life. So there you go. Okay. Now I need to work around this image. So I want to have some things with thinner lines. So maybe I'm going to, we don't want anything to touch, but they can be within each other. So I think I might make my house take up sort of the rest of the space this way. But look what I did. I made it too close on this side and far away over here. So I might have to put something else here to sort of finish that house. Okay. And then from there, add the other things. So maybe the computer will be up here. Okay, that's very sloppy, sorry. It's so hard to draw on the wall like this. And then the pennies, I might have like a whole bunch of pennies down here. So 1, money sign, 1, money sign, 5. These are very sloppy. I'm so embarrassed. Okay. And then the sneaker. So maybe I have the sneaker here. What we want to have is, I would say about 8 items would make a good picture. What did I leave out? Oh, the jewelry with the butterflies. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put a butterfly here. And I'll put another one here because I have, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't have my face to the camera. Okay. And then, something else, looks like something else could go here. So now what happens is I've got this very thick and these thin. So now I have to work on how am I going to make some of them bigger, etc. So that's a good start of how you're going to be doing this. I went freehand with Sharpie only. You're not going to do that. You're going to organize your space. What I'm looking at now when I'm looking at this picture is I have way too much empty space over here. So I'll have to figure out a way to fix that by adding something, maybe something small. Now, the other thing I wanted you to notice is that this is quite large. This is even larger, and some of the other things are smaller. We do not want to have everything the same size, because what happens is no one wants to look at things like that. Now, the other thing you want is you want to keep your items so that they're sort of staying within the space. I made the sneaker go this way, but what I might need to do is bring another sneaker this way so that the toe is over on this side, and then it sort of brings the viewer back into your image. So I hope that that's a good help to how to start this project. Now, what's going to happen is first you're going to do this. Then you're going to, in your sketchbooks or on a separate piece of paper, start sort of making a plan of how you're going to do the images. Then in pencil, you will start structuring the images and how you want them placed on the page without letting them touch each other. Actually, this looks like it's touching in the video, but it's not. And then after all that, thick and thin lines with the Sharpies, and then coloring in. Now with coloring in, we're going to be giving you some colored Sharpies, but you will not be coloring large areas, just small areas. You will also have colored pencils, and so you can decide how you're going to go about doing that. So I hope that that helps with the lesson. It's going to be the first lesson that we do. We have a deadline on it, but this is all like, we're just getting started here. We're just going to try to figure this all out and how it all works out. The end of the marking period is November 6th, so that's when we need to make sure that everything gets turned in. We will worry about that later. All we want to do right now is sort of luxuriate in the idea of the fun that we had over summer, and really, really concentrate on things that were the most joyous for you.